something that I've been trying to do for a little while on and off, but I kept having microphone troubles. This is going to be a tips and tricks sort of rotation video for a balanced Sage. Now I'm on the Gav Daragon on the bridge deck, and I'm all bolstered up, so I can try to take some pot shots at this level 60 training dummy. Excuse me. So, this is the dot spec. Your damage is going to be, what's the word for it? It's more sustained damage, where the telekinetics path is more bursty. So, first I'll go through it slowly, then I'll go through it at full speed. My typical opener, as I'm running up to approach an enemy, is Weaken Mind. And then, right there, Sever Force, and that roots them in place briefly. After that, I'll go for my telekinetic throw, and once it gets 4 ticks of damage, you can get an instant cast of Mind Crush, which normally has like was it 2 seconds? Activation 1.96 seconds, so it's about 2 seconds, factoring, of course, how much alacrity you have going. But if you get 4 ticks of damage from Project, you get an instant cast. After that, there we go, I followed up with Force Serenity. Now, I've been trying it a couple of different ways, and what I've been doing lately is I'll stop there, and if there are other enemies around, then I'll drop the AoE of Force and Balance, and that'll spread your dots. If it's just one person, a lot of times I won't use that ability, just because with my playstyle I was having a little bit of trouble with force management. It's very possible I was doing something wrong. It's quite possible that you can use it every time in your rotation and have no issues whatsoever. I don't actually recall what level it was where I did the last rotational update, but around level 41 or so is when you get Force Serenity, and a couple levels after that, you get some passive abilities where your Force Serenity will help restore force, and then Project as well will help you restore some of your force. So, let's try that again in full speed. Weaken Mind. Sever Force. Telekinetic Throw. I keep saying Project. It's Telekinetic Throw. Procs the instant cast of Mind Crush. Then Force Serenity. And if there's no one around, I'll go right back to Telekinetic Throw. And once that ticks 4th time, you also get an instant cast of Turbulence. And then just keep it going. Then you want to keep an eye out to refresh Weaken Mind and Sever Force. And yeah, you basically just keep going from there. And it's up to you, really, how you just decide to use your Force and Balance. A lot of times I've been just using it to spread dots, and that's the only time I've been using it, unless someone's really low and I just feel like it, honestly. But that's typically what I've been running with once I hit around level 43 or so, with the passives and everything. Your force management gets a lot easier. As you're lower level, you'll probably wind up burning through a lot of force very quickly. So let's do that one more time, because I keep mixing up the names. Weaken Mind. Sever Force. Telekinetic Throw. Procs your instant cast of Mind Crushed. Force Serenity. Right into a Telekinetic Throw, and then I'll finish that off with a Turbulence. And around then, it'll be time for you to refresh your dots of Weaken Mind and Sever Force. And then you can go right back into a Telekinetic Throw. So just like that, it'll take a little getting used to maybe, but it's not so bad. And again, I've been using it situationally, Force and Balance, once it looks like there's somebody else around. Although honestly, if you're fighting like in a Void Star, for example, and you're fighting somebody on the door, especially if they're about to plant, it doesn't hurt to drop Force and Balance on them, because you never know when a stealther is going to try to run up and try to defuse the bomb. And one of the other things that you'll probably notice in your tooltips is if you hit Force and Balance, I think there we go, Overwhelmed, they'll take more damage from area attacks. So if you do see a group, definitely hit Force and Balance first, and then you can drop your Force Quake right on top of that, and they'll take a bit more damage from it. Alright, so hope that helps. Hope that gives you guys a bit of a hand in trying to figure out your rotation. I know sometimes when you try and you spec out, well, if you're anything like me, the first Warzone or two, or even the first afternoon of playing, I don't know what I'm doing. So hopefully that'll help some of you. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.